We keep marching for equality, but don't march towards excellence. What up, though? It's JonE America. Have you ever noticed how every time a black man shows strength, people call it toxic? But when we play weak, cry too much, or act soft, the media clap for us like it's some type of progress. That's crazy work. Black men are losing our fire and it's killing us. They want you to be docile, feminine, and quiet. They don't want us to be leaders. Every time there's a black leader, what happened? You know what I mean? They want good little boys, not grown men. Listen, if you love your people, you better hit that like and subscribe button, because I'm about to tell you some truth that ain't nobody else telling you about us. You got people on one side saying, oh, that you got to be a Republican and conservative. And then you got people on the other side saying, oh, you got to be a leftist and a Democrat. And you guys are this certain animal that apparently I can't say on YouTube anymore. But that be stealing garbage and stuff like that. You know, the animal that's in your trash all the time. I can't say it, but they call you that. And then the other side, they calling people Uncle Toms or whatever. Like, it's just craziness. It's this crazy divide amongst black men when we got more in common than what we think. So I'm gonna be the only one telling you right down the middle what we need to do for black men on the left and black men on the right. And the fragility that I'm gonna be talking about, put it on the side for a minute and just listen. So if you love your people, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and share this message right now, because the truth is not popular, but it's needed. Black fragility is real and it's keeping us stuck. So let's talk about what it really means. Defining black fragility: denial, deflection, and defensiveness. See, when I say black fragility, I ain't talking about sensitivity in the software. I'm talking about how quick we get defensive when somebody tells us the truth. You tell a brother to pull up his pants and he get mad at you. He call you a sellout. Like, what? I'm a sellout for telling you to pull your pants up? You tell him, man, you just need to get a job. Here's the way you should get in this. And then they gonna say, oh, you sound like the white man. Like, what is wrong? That's not pride. That's fragility. It's fear hiding behind fake confidence. Fake confidence is a whole nother thing that I could talk about with us. We are the biggest perpetuators of fake confidence. We've learned to protect our feelings instead of fixing our problems. Black fragility shows up as denial, pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's deflection, blaming the system for everything while ignoring the part that you can control. And it's defensiveness, blowing up at anyone who challenges us. I can see it in the comments already. I already know they're gonna be mad at me for saying this. We can't grow if we can't take correction. Listen, real men do not run from the truth, they stand on it. Real men don't run from correction. They accept it and say thank you for the correction. The media feeds this by praising soft behavior and shaming strong men. You don't believe me? Turn on your TV, get on YouTube, get on social media. Every strong black character is either broken, goofy, or silent. They make tears look noble, but discipline look cruel. It's a trap. While they celebrate vulnerability, our families fall apart. Our boys get softer, our girls get tougher. And the balance flips. That ain't healing, that's confusion. And we know that God is not in confusion. They don't want warriors, they want you to be a worker. If you feel me, smash that like button right now. Comment, stand strong, so the algorithm knows real men still exist. Because the minute we stop defending weakness is the minute we start building strength. That's what we need to do. Historical and societal roots of the defense mechanism. Now, let's be real. This fragility didn't come from nowhere. For hundreds of years, they've been trying to break our spirit. Back in slavery, you couldn't show power. If you spoke with strength, they beat you. If you led, they killed you. Over time, that turned into a mental code. Just basically, stay quiet, stay safe, don't rock the boat, and guess what? That same fear still lives in too many of us today. We inherited that silence. The boomers that were before me, I'm Gen X, but the boomers that was before us was very soft. They believed everything they saw on the news. They put my dad right now, you go in his house, I guarantee you CNN is playing right now, all day long, on a constant loop. Then came government programs that pushed fathers out of the house. Welfare rules said a woman could get help only if no man lived there. So men got treated like problems, not protectors. Women learned to survive without us, and men learned to vanish. It was just what they were used to doing. Like, okay, I guess it's time for me to go now. I gotta go get some milk and some cigarettes. That's how fragility became normal. We lost the habit of standing as men, of being the leader of the household. Women can't lead men. Men lead men. Women can't turn a young boy into a man. Only a man can turn a young boy into a man. I don't care what you say. I don't care who your mama is. I don't care whoever. Only a man turns a man into a man. Fast forward to today, and the media picked up where policy left off. Look at commercials, movies, and even music videos. They push the idea that a good man is one who's crying a lot, who's sensitive, he stays quiet, never challenges anybody. He walks around the house, happy wife, happy life. They sell softness as progress because it keeps us easy to control. A strong man questions everything. A fragile man scrolls his phone and obeys. Which one are you? This is deeper than attitude. I'm not saying you got to walk around here with no crazy attitude, but you cannot allow them to make you so soft that you can't question anything anymore. They want to erase the image of strong, stable, loving leadership. Sometimes when they talk about black men, I be like, who? Where? I don't know no black men in my life around me or anything that don't love their children, that don't want to be there for their children, that ain't providers for their children. But yet, all these families, I do know a lot that families are broken apart. They would love to make strength feel outdated. So now, when you see a man speak with any type of authority, people say, "Oh, he's aggressive." Your tone, they tone police you. When he protects his family, they call it toxic. Like, no, it ain't toxic. I'm protecting mine. But that's not toxic. Masculinity ain't the enemy. Weakness is. They called you toxic masculine for years, and we need to reclaim our masculinity back as men. And guess what? Your women will thank you for it. We got to rebuild that backbone. That means mentoring young men, speaking truth even when it's unpopular, and not apologizing for being masculine. That's what you're supposed to be. The world won't hand us respect. We take it by standing tall again. Now, if you're still rocking with me this far in this video, that means it's speaking to you. Subscribe right now. Turn your phone sideways, up, vertical, landscape, whichever way, and hit the subscribe button. and hit the little bell so you get notifications when I come out with more content. Because I got like 6 videos in the chamber right now ready to go. And I need to start producing. Hit the bell, share the video. Because if we don't fix this fragility in black men, they're going to keep raising sheep instead of lions. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm done being quiet. The whole thing is they got you thinking that as long as you're protesting and marching and complaining, you're fighting. You're not fighting that way. That is a feminine way of fighting. You fight, you get respect not by asking for it. You get respect by commanding it. And commanding it doesn't mean you're fighting and trying to harm people. It means you're getting your shit together so much that they have to respect you. I don't worry about white people. You know why? Because I make $250,000 a year last year. Why am I thinking about them? They don't make that kind of bread. And I did it. I didn't go to college. I did it just working with these hands because I'm not lazy. If you get your money up, your mentality will change. But you have to boss up. Now you can choose to be lazy or you can choose to boss up, but you're going to have to choose one. And as long as you keep choosing that lazy one, I guarantee you will find yourself on the fragile side. Every time somebody says something about black people, you're like, so, nothing nobody says about me can harm me. I mean, I literally know the scripture that says no weapon formed against me. So why would I worry about anybody else? Why do I care if some race or group of people like me or not? Why do I care? Why do you care? What does it change? Let me tell y'all something. The worst part about black fragility is what it does inside your own house. It keeps us scared to check each other. Right now, it's like we can't say anything to each other. We can't say, hey, bro, you need to chill with all of that. Hey, bro, take your poo shiesty off when you come in the store. Hey, bro, chill with this. Hey, man, respect that woman. If you're trying to be with her, you need to wife her. What happened to that? What's wrong with that? Hey, bro, stop just making these babies out here. Hey, sis, close your legs to dudes that ain't serious about you. What's up with that? We scared to check each other. We can talk tough when it's about politics. Oh, we talk tough when it's about the police and about the system. But when it comes to our own mess, we go silent. Not only do we go silent, we don't want nobody, black, white, green, purple, orange, lavender, blue, whatever color. We don't want nobody to say anything about us. And if you do that, you're done. You're toast. Because you're going to always need correction. You're never going to know everything. I ran an electrical contracting company for years. And it was like, to me, it was just like common sense. I don't care if it's somebody's first day that started working for me. I would be like, do you have a better idea of how you think we should do this work? Because I know, like, if nobody knows everything. Nobody knows everything. And you can always learn something from anybody. So to be to the point where black people actually are right now, where you can't take instruction, correction. As soon as somebody correct black people, you know what y'all fragile butts do? You try to cancel them. Oh, let's cancel him. Let's find something that he did wrong, and so nobody will listen to them. Or just call him crazy. Like, dude, we have to stop doing that. We literally treat accountability like disrespect. That's the sickness. When you can't be told nothing, you can't learn nothing. I'm gonna say it again, like I'm Dr. Umar. When you can't be told nothing, you can't learn nothing. You tell a man, hey man, be a father, and he think you judging him. Oh man, why are you judging me? Like, stop acting weak, bro. I'm telling you to be a father. You say work hard, and he think you calling him lazy. That is fragility. We got too many people protecting feelings instead of changing results. It's wild because our grandparents could take the talk. Our grandparents could take constructive criticism in order to be better. I'm telling you, they say testosterone is down significantly. It is definitely down in black men because the men, even the man that my grandfather was and my great grandfather was, ain't nothing like the man that I am now. They'll look at me like, bro, you hella soft, you hella weak. I'm telling you, masculinity is something that we have to constantly be chasing to increase and to change. It's just what we have to do. You have to be trying to become more masculine. And masculinity, just so you know, is not alpha. It doesn't mean you're alpha. I'm an alpha male, blah, blah, blah. Being masculine doesn't mean you're alpha. It means you're being strong. It means you're being stoic. It means you're being respectful, calm. You are not a woman. Young men, you cannot act like a woman. You will never be treated just like a woman. A woman could be upset that they lost her flight or something. She could be at Spirit Airlines, and she mad because they lost her flight. She can go crazy. She can be throwing things all around. They can be like, ma'am, please chill, calm down. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Ma'am, a black woman. Ain't nobody gonna touch her. She just, she going crazy until she get really, really violent when they finally just have to grab her. But a man, let your big 6'2", 280 pound behind look like you're an offensive lineman for the Philadelphia Eagles ass start acting crazy in an airport and watch you don't get tased in 2.2 seconds. You can't act like a woman. We are different. I know they told y'all, this young millennial and Gen Z generation, that we're the same. We are different. As a man, you are a bigger threat than a woman. So be masculine. Our grandparents wasn't like this. My grandparents, they valued pride, but they also valued growth. They said, boy, you better stand up straight. Now, if you say that, someone on Twitter will say you're harsh or not letting people live. Let them live. All this feminine crap. The new culture protects comfort, not progress. And that's exactly how power dies. That's because it's a feminine culture. The saying, I said it on another video that I've heard a million times, is that hard times produce strong men. Strong men produce good times. Good times produce weak men. And weak men produce hard times. And that cycle just goes. And right now we're at the point where weak men are about to create hard times. And if you don't boss up, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna be around. You're gonna be complaining somewhere, but you're gonna be down here at the bottom of the totem pole, and you're gonna be blaming everybody else. It's their fault, it's their fault, it's their fault, it's their fault, it's their fault. Everybody's fault except for yours. Every time you hear something like this and you don't act, God is gonna be like, no. You listened to JonE America that one day, I remember. You sat there and you listened. You can't blame nobody because you heard the words. Words are powerful. The words that I'm speaking right now can give you life, or you can ignore it and it can give you death. And that doesn't mean I'm God, but I am God's son. We done started to believe correction is hate when it's actually love. What I'm saying to you is actually coming from love. Real love tells the truth even when it hurts. Real love says, get up. Come on, man, get right. And stop making excuses. But fragility, which is like the devil, it tell you, you're fine how you are. Nah, you're not. We're not fine. Our streets aren't fine. Our schools aren't fine. Our men aren't fine. We got too many soft egos and soft ninjas and not enough strong minds. Got ninjas worried about their hair and how they twist look and all this weird stuff more than what their bank account look like. Fragility makes us allergic to improvement. Anytime a black man says, we need to do better, trolls call him a sellout. Like, how's he a sellout? Because he wanted to do better. They say he's doing respectability politics. Respectability because they feel like, oh, that's what the white man want to hear. Dude, I'm trying to tell y'all, white men are not your problem. They're not your problem. The biggest problem in black people and black men, especially because black men will lead if they follow some simple instruction. I mean, what's a sellout? What's being a sellout got to do with wanting peace and strength? What's being a sellout got to do with wanting your neighborhoods to be safe and want your kids and your grandparents to be able to walk down the streets? Got all this craziness going on in places like Chicago and Memphis, and I'm in Detroit and places in Detroit. You got all this going on, and Trump got to come help us with crime. And look what the women saying. The women all on TikTok. It's so much safer here now. We can walk down the street. We can drive down the street with our windows down and know ain't none of these young ninjas about to come rob me. Like, bruh, it needs some correction. Every man need to be telling these young black men, like that these fatherless young men, hey man, you need to stop. I mean, let's keep it real here. The media loves this. It feeds them. They love, oh, Trump's sending ICE and Trump's sending the National Guard to these cities and blah, 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 blah. They love it because our pain, our anguish, our hurt, our sadness brings dollars to their channels. Same thing with YouTubers. YouTubers, oh, this side saying this side saying that. It's all bringing dollars because people would rather listen to the drama than to listen to someone tell them like, hey man, we just need to do this. Why don't we do the right thing? And it starts with the young people. The young people need to change. Fragile men don't build nations. Fragile men don't protect families. Fragile men seek approval from everybody except God. You know what God expects of you, but you don't want to hear that. The more emotional they make us, the more they can direct us. That's why every time they show a black man on screen, he's either crying, confused, hella feminine, got makeup on. When do you see them show masculine men on CNN? I watched the thing the other day and Van Lathan on there looking hella feminine. And it's just like, bro, what is wrong? Why are you about to cry? Talking about something you about to cry? A grown man? You crying talking to Scott Jennings? Just talk about facts. It's the news. Talk about the facts. Stop trying to get in your emotions. I'm telling you, that is a ploy. They're tricking y'all. They're tricking us. Don't fall for that. Stop being so emotional. It's not what we need to be. I'm telling you, it's not where we need to be. When was the last time you saw anything in the media or the news where they celebrated a calm, firm, disciplined black man? They don't, because that image will wake us up. That image will remind us of what we used to be. We've got to reclaim correction. I used to work in nuclear power. I'm an electrician, but I used to work in nuclear power, and they had a culture where if someone, it doesn't matter who told you, the CEO could be walking down the hall. If some CEO walking down the hall and he got his phone like this, they consider that dangerous because it's like, you're not safe. You're not looking where you're going. You can trip and fall. You can run into somebody, run into somebody else, blah, blah, blah. You have to keep walking and if you want to use your phone, you got to stop and text and read your phone or whatever. But if you're walking, somebody will always correct you. And when we were like the lower people at the job, we enjoyed correcting the bosses. Like, hey, bro, you should put that phone down. Saying that to the boss, we kind of got a kick out of that. And you know what they had to say? Thanks for that correction. Thank you for that correction. You had to say it. If somebody corrected you in nuclear power while you were on their site and they said, hey man, you need to put that phone on. Man, I ain't even doing nothing, da da da. Boom, that's a write-up. You're gonna be in some trouble. You're supposed to say, thank you for that correction. And when you think about it, that's a good mentality to have when someone telling you anything. Even if you don't agree, I got a couple Airbnbs. When every time I'm asking them, is there anything that you need? Is there anything that I can do for you to make your stay more comfortable? Is there anything, let me know if after they check out, anything that was bothering you or anything that you didn't enjoy or whatever. I want to know because the correction makes me better. That's how I maintain being a super host, because I want them people to keep telling me what's going on. If they don't ever tell me, then how am I going to be better? Like, how do y'all expect that to work? Do you have that big of an ego that you think everything that you're doing is the best in the right way? Meanwhile, black people are the least married. They're the most underemployed. They're the most make the least amount of money. But you think everything that black people do is good, right? The culture is not good. What the culture should be is good, but what the culture is not good. It's black fragility. I'm telling you, we have to make the truth normal again. We have to make hearing the truth and accepting the truth normal and okay. Like, yeah, you know what? You're right. We need to correct that. Matter of fact, if you watching this video, tell me something in the comments that you think like, yeah, we could do better at this. Yeah, we could do better at that. It's us. What's wrong with it? Let's just talk about it without getting in your little feels all the time. Dudes be ready to pew you over you correcting them. Like, bruh, nobody can fix what they refuse to face. Growth starts with honesty, even when it stings, y'all. Remember, soft talks make weak men, but hard truth makes strong ones. So if you're still here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Don't be a hater. It helps more people get the message. If you've stayed this far to the message, by you hitting the like button and hitting the subscribe button, it lets YouTube know that, hey, more people maybe need to hear this. Help me out. Help me help you. Help me help us. You help us. No more excuses. Let's let the world know we're taking our manhood back. Now let's talk about what this fragility does to the bigger picture. It's not just hurting our feelings. It's slowing down the whole race. Every time we refuse to check ourselves, we hand power away. Every time we choose comfort over responsibility, the world stops taking us serious. You can't lead a community when you're scared of correction. Do you know what fragility does to us? Fragility turns our real issues into pity parties. Instead of fixing school systems, we argue over who's offended. Instead of building businesses, we post blame online. We yell more than we plan. We wait for heroes instead of becoming them. The only God that's going to save you is the God that's inside of you. And if you're breathing, you have a God inside of you. If you're breathing, you have what you need inside of you. You have the power, the authority, the dominion to be whatever you want to be on this planet. And it's all inside of you. When we wait for heroes instead of being them, that's the cost: wasted energy and lost time. Other groups fall, learn, rebuild. We fall, complain, repeat. We fall, complain, and repeat. We fall, we complain, and we repeat. We never fall, learn, and rebuild. Every other group has fallen before, but they learn. You got to take, it's corny. Take those L's and turn them into lessons. But we take those L's and turn it into pity and to victimhood and blaming. Instead of saying, my bad, I messed up, and get back up. It's life. So what? So what? Y'all out here calling it a ninja wake-up call. Because if something goes wrong in somebody's life that has their shit together, something goes wrong in their life, oh, there go your ninja wake-up call. No, it's life. You fall, you scratch that, you shake it off, and you get back up and keep going. So what? We keep marching for equality, but don't march towards excellence. Equality means nothing if the inside's still broken. Fragility keeps us busy defending image while the foundation rots. Everything on the top looks great. Oh, we great. But the foundation is, your house is sagging because you have no foundation. It's like painting a house that's falling apart from the inside. You can fool the cameras, but not reality. And I don't know, black people, we're not fooling nobody. You're not fooling nobody. In the media, the CNNs, the MSNBCs, and all the super leftists and the right media, the Fox News, the all the other networks and everything else, they eat it up. They show our weakness on repeat. They be like, look at this. Look at him. Look at him. Everything we doing, look at him. They script us as victims because it sells empathy, not empowerment. They rather would give you empathy than empowerment. Look how quickly they will praise and promote a black man crying about pressure, but they'll never show one standing tall under it. Never. They'll show a woman standing tall. They'll show a woman doing something awesome. They'll never show a black man doing something awesome. They paint strength as scary and softness as safe for black men. That's how they mold the next generation. They want our boys to be nice, not noble, feminine, not firm, obedient, not bold. But here's the truth. Nations rise when men lead with courage and wisdom. Nations decline when they chase comfort. The most dangerous thing to any system built on control is a masculine black man who can't be bought or bullied. That's why they call discipline toxic. That's why they call belief old-fashioned. That's what they call faith just, oh, you outdated. Because a strong man can't be manipulated. A strong man can't be, it's impossible for you to tell me I'm a victim. It's impossible for you to try to give me government assistance of any kind. It's impossible for me to, I'm like, no, it's an insult to my God. Whatever God, even if it's just the God in you. We can't keep asking for respect while showing fragility. Power respects power, not excuses. When we rebuild men, we rebuild families. When we rebuild families, we rebuild neighborhoods. When we rebuild neighborhoods, we rebuild communities. And we start getting power and money and influence. That's how other nations of people have survived. That's how nations of people have come from other places into this country and created their own little community and got respect and money and power and influence over votes and political issues. We just cry, complain, waiting on them to give us something. But we need men, we need families, we need our neighborhoods, and then we need our communities. And when we can combine all of that, that's when things will change. Will it? I don't know. Will we ever get it together? I don't know. Will it happen in my lifetime? I don't know. But the young men from 15 to 25, them the ones that need to change things. These old heads like me, Gen Xer, I can't do nothing. I can get every Gen Xer on board. It wouldn't even matter. It's the young ones that we got to talk to. The real revolution ain't marches. It's manhood. It's masculinity. It's taking care of our women. It's protecting our women. Look, if you're still with me, I told you before, hit the like button, hit the subscribe right now. I'm gonna take a 2-second pause and drink some water while you hit the subscribe button. Come on. Share this video. Share it with your brother. Share it with your cousin. Share it with your friend. Share it with somebody at work. Like, man, this guy, he actually talking some real, you know what. Share it with the young guys that's on the corner. Like, hey, man, what's your number? I'm going to send y'all this video. I want y'all to watch it. We cannot fight racism, poverty, or crime without fixing us first. Hit that like button and comment. Stand tall. Let's remind the world We're not victims. We're victors. We're not fragile. We're forged. And no system on earth can stop a people who decide to be strong again. Now let's be real. A big reason why we're fragile is because we think we gotta look perfect all the time. Somewhere along the line, we started believing if one of us messes up, it makes us all look bad. That's why we hide our pain, front like everything's fine, and never say, yo, I need help. We wear strength like it's a costume instead of a code. But pretending to be perfect is what is breaking us down. We scared to look human because folks are always watching us. But you see, real power ain't in pretending. It's in owning your flaws and growing past them. You will never grow past your flaws if you're always pretending you don't have any. When you act like you got it all figured out, you can't get better. So take 2 seconds to look at your life. Look at your surroundings. Look at your neighborhood. Where your girl at? Where your wife at? Where your kids at? How much money are you making a year? When you go out to dinner with the family, are you the one covering everything? That's what happened when I go out. When I go out with my family, I'm like, I got it. I don't care if it's 10, 20 of us. I'm throwing it on my credit card. I got it. And doing that, do you think that makes me feel like less of a man or more of a man? It makes me feel like more of a man. When I'm with my wife, she don't have to worry about anything. My wife don't work. She be chilling. When I'm leaving out the door every morning, 6 a.m. Boom, I'm out. But when I get up, she get up. She in the kitchen. What else you need? You want some coffee? You want this? You want some breakfast? Here's your lunch. I chopped you up some fruit. Blah, blah, blah. She knows she got a real one. And that's not, you're not far from that. If you start being a real one, your woman will do you the same way. Acting like we all got it together. That's why so many of us stay stuck. Fragility tells us mistakes mean failure, but masculinity says mistakes mean lessons. Take the lesson. Learn. The media keep pushing that fake image. They want smooth, quiet, nice, feminine black men who don't scare anybody. They call that growth. I call it weakness. It's easy to be weak. It's easy to be more like a girl. It's hard to be like a man. Every time, well, like as far as the transgender, when a woman switched to being a man, she like, whoa, this is what life is like for y'all. But when a man switched to be a woman, which the majority of the transitions go that way, because they don't want the weight of being a man, but you're built for it. When you go to be a woman, life is easier. So if you tough, if you hard, if you this, be a man. That's the toughest thing you can do. Not being in the streets, not trying to gangbang, not trying to walk around with your poo shiesty on and your switches and all this. That's not being the hard thing. The hard thing is being a man. Taking care of people, taking care of your mama, taking care of your grandma, taking care of your kids, taking care of your wife, getting married, settling down, only being with one instead of being with all of them, instead of having side hoes. Stop cheating. Be loyal. Like, stop. It's the same thing. You be with one, you been with them all. You bust. Like, it's like, how many you gotta have, bro? I've been through it. Trust me. But stop cheating. Be loyal. And watch don't your woman respect you. If she cheat, then get rid of her. Get another one. If she cheated, she'd be like, you cheated on me? Okay, goodbye. I'm telling you, they want us to be soft. They want us to be, somebody said they want us to be soft enough to sell sneakers and cry on camera, but too shaky to fight for our communities. That's crazy work. They never show the man who's grinding, providing, protecting. They show the one who's breaking down for likes. They show the Van Lathens sitting on CNN about to cry over ice. Like, what? I'm telling you, we bought into that lie. Now we scared to be seen as too rough or too real. But being strong don't mean being perfect. It means you take hits, you fix your flaws, and you keep moving. Growth never happens when you're comfortable. Never. If you're comfortable, just know you're not growing. Growth happens when you face yourself and say, I got some more work to do. We need to stop policing each other for being imperfect. Stop acting like showing discipline or demanding standards is hateful. That is love. You can't lead your son, your lady, your baby mama, your wife, your block, your street, your neighborhood if you're terrified of being corrected. Own your mistakes. Learn publicly. Show these young cats that manhood ain't about image. It's about progress. Hit the like button if you're tired of fake perfection. Subscribe if you believe men should be strong, not scared. Let's drop the mask and build from truth, because perfection is a myth. Progress is real. Healing starts when we stop running from the truth. It's that simple. You cannot fix what you won't face. Too many of us want change, but we don't want correction. Make that make sense. How is it that you want change? Oh, we need more change. We need change, but you don't want no correction? The math ain't math. And how do you get that? How do you get 4 without putting 2 and 2? Or 3 and 1 or whatever combination. But you can't get that without change. You have to have some change, and you can't get the change. I'm sorry. You can't get the change without some correction. That's why we stay fragile. We're allergic to accountability. Men love to say that women are allergic to accountability. Black men are also allergic to accountability. And before you open your lips to say white men are too, this is the thing that I'm talking about. Why do I care about white men when I'm talking to us? Why are you pointing the finger at somebody else when you know you need some help? Who cares what they do? Why do you care so much? You say you love black people. Why do you care? Why can't you take the correction? The path back to power begins with one word: ownership. You broke it, you fix it. You failed, you learn. You fell off. Now you stand up. That's manhood. Masculinity ain't about muscles, money, being an alpha male. It's about being responsible no matter what. You control you, period. We got to start building habits that bring pride back. Helping brothers stay off the streets. Teaching boys to work with their hands. Showing love through truth, not through lies. Not through patting them and no, it's gonna be okay. You can keep doing it. We raise our young men like mothers raise their young men. And the young men need a father, not just a mother. Because the mother gonna give them too much of the nurturing, too much breast milk. That's good when you're a baby. But when you become a man, you need something different. Being accountability is not punishment. It's freedom. When you can look in the mirror and own your stuff, nobody can hold it over you again. You're like, I already took care of that. I already fixed that. That's real peace. Another thing, we need to stop being afraid of structure. The media would love to convince us that rules are restrictive. Nah, rules protect you. You ever see a boxer training? He repeats the same move 100 times till it's right. That's discipline. That's masculine order. Men grow and grind, not in comfort. Don't tell me you grinding and you being extra comfortable and fragile when somebody try to correct you. You're not growing. You're not growing. You're not growing. But the streets, the hood, it taught us backwards. They told us being wild is freedom. They told us following direction makes you weak. That's the trick. That's how they raise chaos instead of kings. Freedom without control is just self-destruction. So let's fix that. Let's hold each other down through honesty, not pity. If you see your brother slipping, check him. If you slipping, then listen when somebody checks you. Accountability breeds strength, always. This channel is made for men, but to my sisters, we need y'all too. Stop praising weak men for being non-toxic, aka non-masculine, just so you can get the upper hand on him. Support strong ones who lead with love and discipline. Stop glorifying men who are scammers and people that's in the streets. I've seen like so many videos where they'll be like, oh, would you rather date, it's younger women, but whatever. Would you rather date a drug dealer, a scammer, or a 9-to-5er? A scammer, not a drug dealer, scammer, drug dealer, scammer, drug dealer. In the black community, that's what you hear. Scammer, drug dealer, because they want fast money, quick stuff. You prefer the disrespect. You prefer someone not being there for you for real. Like, bruh, like y'all have to chill. You know what's wrong? But let me tell you that, oh, you can't tell us what to do. Bro, fragility. Black fragility. You have to be capable of being told what's wrong and what's right. Young women, support strong men who lead with love and discipline. A community cannot grow if it glorifies fragility. The media will stop selling fragility if we stop buying it. Every time you reward weakness, they'll keep showing it. But when we reward strength, when we stand on structure, the narrative changes. Healing isn't loud, it's steady. It's daily choices, not excuses. So right now, go ahead and hit the like if this video is something that you're vibing with. You've still been with me all this time. Subscribe to the channel because real talk like this is rare these days. You know it because it's probably boring you right now. If this is boring you, it's because there's so much of the opposite going, so much of fragility going that you're used to it. You have to break yourself out. You have to control yourself. You have to discipline yourself. Like, I'm not listening to 99% of BS today or 100% of it. Today, I'm going to drop that down to 90% and I'm going to listen to JonE America say something positive so I can wake up a little bit. I'm telling you, it's what you choose to do. Every day you're making choices. Every day you choose what you listen to. Every day you choose what you watch on TV. Every day you choose what you do in your day to day. You're wasting days. You're wasting precious life. I know many of you hate America, but guess what? You're living actually in the best country for the best opportunities for you to have nothing and go to something. And you, just like me, just like anybody else, can actually do it. You can do it. You might have to change some things. You might have to take some correction. You may have to sacrifice stuff when everybody else going to the club, partying and celebrating. I don't know what they celebrating for. You haven't achieved anything, but every weekend, ninjas in the club, ninjas in the streets, ninjas we drinking and we smoking, and straight West coasting, but you got nothing good going on for you. What are you celebrating? While your boys and them going out to the hood, going out to party and all that, just be like, no, I'm about to read this book. I'm about to learn a new skill. I'm about to learn a trade. If you rocking with me right now, comment accountability in the comments. If you know we need to bring back respect and discipline and pride, because when we heal the men, we heal all the people. So I'm talking to the men. Conclusion. Waking up to save ourselves. So, all right. You made it to the conclusion of the video. This is the final chapter. Let's be real. Nobody's coming to save us. Not the media, not the politicians, not some miracle plan, not Obama, Kamala Harris, not nobody, not Joe Biden. Nobody's coming to save you. It's on us. Fragility is killing our spirit from the inside, one excuse at a time. And the only cure is strength. Real, earned, practiced strength. Practice is the key word because you got to practice. You got to keep doing it and keep doing it. We got to stop letting the world tell us it's cool to be soft. We got to stop letting the world tell us you're victimized. You're a victim. You were a slave and da-da-da. I was never a slave. I'm sorry. I understand that my ancestors were. But my ancestors was also tough. That don't make me tough. Your ancestors was also very hardworking. That don't make you hardworking. So just because they were something doesn't automatically mean you were something. Your ancestors were that. I get it. Is there some challenges? Yes. But did God put something on you that you can't bear? No. Did God put you in a situation where you can still thrive? Yes. You weren't born in Nigeria or in the Congo. You could have been, but you wasn't. You was born right here in America, where people are literally scratching and clawing and going through all type of hard things just to be here. You worried about whether they can stay or not. You should be worried about yourself and the fact that we are here and we're in a position to be ahead. We got to stop letting the world tell us this stuff. We were built for more than hashtags and handouts and somebody feeling sorry for us. We were built to lead. The Bible says you are the head and not the tail. I'll never forget that message when I graduated high school, which I went to a Christian high school, and our bishop preached to us that day at our commencement. He said, you are the head and not the tail. And I lived my life like that. Like, I'm the head, not the tail. I'm a leader, not a follower. I don't care what everybody else around me is doing. I'd always do what I want to do. I've quit jobs making $100,000 a year, and then I always end up somewhere better. When people are like, man, you shouldn't do that. You should stay right there, man. You should stay right there and make that money, man. I'd be like, whatever. I do what I want to do because I think what I want to do is what God wants me to do. Because I'm the head, not the tail. Being the head, not the tail, that's what this whole talk is about. Getting back to the root. So if you made it this far, don't just nod and move. Think about what you can do today to stand taller. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Do it today. Put it in the comments what you're going to do. I'm going to support. I'm going to show you love. I'm going to support you. I'm going to encourage you. Talk to your son with love but firmness. Help your boy stay on point. I got a son that I need to get off of this thing and talk to because he fall victim to the same thing of Gen Z. Live what you talk. That's how we wake up, by example, not excuses. I'm telling you now, it's time to wake up. We don't wake up, we're going to fade out. Like, share, and subscribe if you're ready to see real change. Drop a comment saying, I'm a builder, if you still believe in strong black men. Put in the comment, I can do anything, if you still believe in strong black men. Because the truth is simple, fellas. Fragility breaks us, but strength saves us. And it's time to save ourselves.